What? What? Oh, snap. Oh my gosh. As y'all can see, I'm not even really prepared. I don't even have the lights in the right position. So if you're seeing stuff like kind of messed up in the orientation of the hue, of the lighting, and the white effect, you know why? You know why I'm so messed up? Because Gotham tonight was freaking epic! Oh, crap! Oh my gosh, this is like... Alright, literally the episode just came off, so... Alright. Woo! Let me dial it back. Let me do this. Alright, I can do this. Woo! Okay, alright, first off, the beginning of the episode, it featured the maniacs. You got Jerome, you got Barbara, you got Tigress, you got a random person that loves to eat people, and on top of that, like, is a sexual offender, another sexual offender, and a dude is just insanely strong, that has countless kills on his hand. Like, it opens up with these guys, literally, I kid you not, taking bodies and dumping them over the side. But it's not that. Right? They're gonna put like letters on the thing just to label out who and what they are. So Theo, last episode, Theo and Tigers, they take these people that I give Theo props. He did pick the dangerous of the dangerous. I didn't even realize the capacity of what he really picked, but either way, it was just the opening of it was so sinister and so dark. I was like, holy crap, wow. Okay, after the beginning of it, there are a lot of great scenes in this. It's not just the fact of like Jerome. I'm going to be talking about throughout most of this review. I'm going to try not to spend too much time talking about him because I'm not necessarily convinced that he is a Joker. Even given the circumstances, everything he's done, it's too plain. It's too there, you know? Anyway. But the things I'll highlight are this. So, Bruce and Alfred, they talk around the Batcave, and basically Alfred gets threatened by the stuff that's on the actual computers. And Bruce is like, he's enthusiastic about it, and you know, and like, Alfred's telling him like, you don't know what might be up here. And out of, you know, pure just worry for Bruce, he decided to destroy the thing. And I'm like, what's wrong with you, Alfred? At least like pull the plug or put a cord out. He destroyed it. And like Bruce internally, I mean, he's already messed up, but he counted that as his connection to his father, like his last connection, and that Alfred destroyed it. And so out of that, Alfred was fired by Bruce. Like he was like, man, I ain't studying you no more, you know. And like you could tell, like it was really well acted, not just by Bruce, but even by Alfred, because it makes him go inside himself. He realized like the depths of like how much this really meant to Bruce. Even like when he was trying to get out, you know, like Bruce was kind of like cold to him. He was like, all right, bye, Alfred, you know? And I think he thought that Bruce was going to kind of come around, but he realized like the weight of everything that he had did, which goes into something even more cooler, which was him going to Lucius. Like the guy that they picked for Lucius, like I'm like, this is a young Morgan Freeman. Like, I mean, I kid you not, like their dialogue together was so great that I think Alfred had basically alluded to this story where he was talking about somebody he did this favor for, you know. But he basically told him, he was like, I see that you have this connection with the man that I knew that died and his son. You're the whole reason why he's pushing to this point. You're the whole reason why we got to the Batcave by calling him a stoic, you know. And after that point, he basically said to him, he's like, I don't have any trust. I have to have you connected to us. I have to trust you. But to trust you, I do not know if that's something we can go to. Even like Lucius was like there's no way you can know you can trust me. But he has said that I have nothing but love for Bruce Wayne, you know. But Alfred basically told him, he was like, look, if you betray us, if you end up being this snake like all the rest of the Wayne Corporation is, I will end you, you know. And then they just go into their own regular dialogue and buy each other's drinks, and he was like, can you help me out with the computer? And it goes there. I thought that was great dialogue. I thought that was precise moment. Even like the scene with Edward Nygma when he's like trying to get out with I forget her name. Is it Miss Keene? I can't remember her name. But either way, like he's battling with his subconscious that has been warped, you know. And I think he's still there, given the circumstances. Something happened later on in the episode. but it's like it was done and executed a lot better, in my opinion. It was even acted better, in my personal opinion. Then you just have like Bruce, or not Bruce, but Gordon. Gordon, he's got the commissioner on his side. The commissioner is like, she's all ready to go, and I'm like, man, something's gonna go down. I just didn't know the weight and the gravity of what was gonna go down. I wish I had done a reaction as opposed to this review, because I just want to like emote. I might go back and actually do a full spoiler review, but I feel like I'm telling y'all enough that I don't even have to necessarily do that. Because like I said, the commissioner, she was assertive, she was like down for him, you know. I think, what is on the thing she said? I mean, to me, she just really was stepping up. She said, I went through and seen all these men be so dirty, and this is the time. It's a new day, basically. And then like they realized like the maniacs had taken this tanker truck that was filled with just nothing but gasoline. And they go and they take a freaking school bus with cheerleaders. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But before that even goes down, because I got to talk about, I don't know if I should talk about Gordon and Barbara, or if I should just talk about the maniacs. I really want to talk about the maniacs, so I'll talk about Gordon and I'll talk about Barbara. Gordon in this one, he is so James Gordon. He's so tortured. He's so who he's supposed and meant to be. He like it's just all over him, from the first scene to the very end, and the person that died and everything that happened. It was amazing to actually really watch. His performance was on target. But then I didn't know where Barbara was going to fit into this, because I mean, her and Tigress were like torturing the mayor, and they were just running amok with Theo, you know. And that scene I'll talk about in a second. But I was like, where does Barbara fit into this, you know? And she literally strategically set up Gordon to get out of the police department for the maniacs to do whatever, God knows what, to them. She literally set him up, bro. And I was like, this is so dirty. But one thing I noticed is that she could have killed him. She could have let him die. You know, she could have let like Gordon get beat to death. But she didn't. She decides to go and kiss him as he's bloody and bruised up. She kissed him, and you can see the blood smeared on her face. And I was like, yo, what the heck? There's something wrong with this woman. She hasn't killed anybody yet, but there's something seriously wrong with her. And I mean, I even liked her in this one, which was crazy. Penguin didn't make his show in this one, unfortunately, but he didn't need to, because the star of this show was Jerome. From the start to the finish, there's a sequence where Theo basically was like, they were having some kind of argument where, like, I guess one of the guys that was like the cannibal, he had this like katana, and he was just like, this is my katana, but Jerome had picked it up first. And Jerome was like, no, this is mine, you know? And he's like, no, little boy, XYZ, I've killed all these amount of people. You've only killed one single person. And Jerome's like, everybody's got to start somewhere, you know? And like, then like they start kind of butting heads. Jerome picks up a chainsaw, and they start playing with the chainsaw and a katana. I'm like, there's something wrong with these people. Like, there's seriously something wrong with them. And then like Theo goes and he's like, yeah, we all need to solve this problem, basically, you know? And Theo takes a gun, you know, I think it was a 6-shooter, twirls it around, puts the bullet in, and gives it to him. And Jerome's like, ladies first, you know, and the guy, this is a cannibal, he does it, you know. And then Jerome takes the gun, and this dude pulls the trigger like it was nothing, you know? Like, but then he does it, he's like, actually he's gonna give him the no, one more. And then he does it again, he's like, who's the boss? And I'm like, this kid is acting his butt off. If he's not the Joker, it's gonna be the biggest cop out of the world. They need to, if they're smart, this is what they really should do. They should have him be the Joker, but they should have this man, this boy, locked away for a long period of time that nobody can see him again. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. You do not need to kill the character Jerome, because he can grow up to be the Joker. He can grow up to be the Joker. You don't have to kill him. Don't make him anybody else. And just say, okay, he has all the mannerisms, all the charismatic natures of the Joker. I mean, even when they did like the sequence with the buses with the kids, this dude is like, spell N-O. And I was like, no, what? And he said O-H. He's like, oh no. And I was like, there's something wrong with him. And like, he is playing it to a T. But I think what set it off, real talk, is definitely when he was at the police station. When he was interacting with the commissioner, and you can just see the evil just gushing out of him, and the portrayal of the Joker, and the execution of the Joker. It was better than the small amount of scene that sequence that you saw when he kind of like alluded to he was the one that killed his mother. That was nothing in comparison to the stuff that he did. Because the commissioner, she head better than him. He just bleeding out and everywhere. You just see the blood dripping out of his face. I'm sitting there like, this is straight from The Killing Joke. This is straight from like the comics. And I'm like, this was awesome. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. This was by far the best episode of Gotham. Even Bullock came back, because I mean, you just have to watch the episode to see who died. Like, well, a lot of people died. A lot of people did die. Like, these guys are nuts. But at the police station, that's where the big death happened, and the weight of that, because even Bruce came with Alfred in the middle of like him interacting with Lucius, and that was really good dialogue, them trying to fix the computer. And he went back, he's like, Gordon, like, you are a friend to me. Like I need you in my life. Like, I care about you. And he gave him a hug, and like Gordon just goes back, and all of a sudden, like, Bullock, who is retired, you know, he came back, he's like, look, we are who we are. Let's go, basically. Like, clocked and loaded. But then it wouldn't end there. You get the video that actually Jerome recorded of what he was doing, just blood all over him, and it's some of the most sadistic mess I've seen in a while for a TV show. And it was ended perfectly. It was so ended perfectly. I'm going to talk about this for a minute. So I cannot wait for the next episode. I hope they don't kill Jerome. Please, look, writers, do not kill this kid. Like, oh my gosh. But anyway, he did it. Everybody played their roles to a T. This was a 10 out of 10. If this is what Gotham is going to be for the rest of the season, it throws the first season out of whack. Because like I said, it's going to go down between Theo and Penguin. Penguin's not going to stand for this mess. And based on the new preview, Jerome holding up Bruce at knife point, it's a wrap, y'all. Anyway, this is JVS SEL 0320. That joint just got me excited. I need to go so woosah some, because Jerome just threw it out the park. He was like, woo! Sorry, y'all. Later.